Huh?
Retired reformation.
Retired reformation.
Retired reformation.
Not retrieved, retrieved.
Retrieved.
Don't go very fast. Distinctly speak loudly. Should be understandable.
From the lesson I retrieved reformation, we have some doubts to ask my teacher. My name is Yamni.
My name is Nagamaleshwar.
I want to ask my teacher some doubts. Hi sir.
Hi, hello.
Why Ben Price give a second chance to Jimmy?
You see, it's an elderly expectation. If a man makes a mistake, it is not expected that the person would continue the life again in a similar fashion. Maybe one needs a chance to prove oneself in life, be it within the family or outside. This is a humanitarian perspective. Mostly, not only in the East, like in India, in the West also, the authors have thought this way that the people think universally second chance is necessary. That means forgiving is very, very important. There is one evidence in this lesson. At the end of the lesson, you could, if you have closely observed, the protagonist of this lesson, let us say hero. What is his name?
Jimmy man.
Jimmy Valentine. Jimmy Valentine has saved a girl, Agatha. This act of doing has moved him. By this, he thought the previous character, Jimmy Valentine, has turned out to be Ralph D. Spencer. Now he has changed his mind. Maybe if I could leave him, the life would be different hereafter. So that is a humanitarian and highly natural, genuine kind of act being disposed of by the detective in this lesson.
Very nice sir. Why would he only choose to work as a shoe seller?
Well, there are so many options in life. For instance, you are studying PUC now. You plan of doing something else. At PUC, you want some short-term goals. P2, after meeting different people and the environment where you live in and the associations you will be collaborated with, you would probably change your think tank and priorities. By the end of this academic year, I mean, you will have difference in your opinion. In the next 3 4 years, differences would come. At the end of RGKT, 6 years integrated program, your maturity levels would be different. What you have thought this year would not be or may not be there at the end of this 6 years program. Similarly, there are so many professions based on one's choice or priority. This man has chosen this. There is no particular reason why he has chosen this.
What are the advices Warden gave to Jimmy sir?
Advice, let us say advice and advise. ADVACE, advice. Pronunciation should be very clear. ADVACE, advice. ADVASE. SE is verb, CE is noun. What was the piece of advice given by the warden? That's your question. Warden, when he was handing over the copy of pardon, he asked him to change his life and live straight. These two words are very important. Live straight, Jimmy Valentine means please change your mindset. Don't come back to the jail again. This is not the right thing that you are a good person. He uses some positive words. He tries to instill confidence in the protagonist and giving assurance that life would be really happy and awesome if one changes, unlike Jimmy Valentine. So, this is again an expectation from both an officer as well as a human being who have seen so many culprits and prisoners in his life. Maybe some people would have some indelible footprints in the mind. That means, by dint of their virtue, during their stint and stay in the jail, the officers have close monitoring on their mindset. Some people, have you seen the movie Student Number One,
Yes sir.
Junior NTR movie? Why during his stay in the prison, he successfully completes his law program. He attains that law degree at the end of his particular tenure, and he proves to be innocent finally. And he goes to the court to clear all the problems that his father was inflicted on as a lawyer. The jail officers were very happy with him. Why? Why were they not really happy with other captives and all the people who came there? It depends on one's psychology. Similarly, in the class, there may be 60 students. Why teachers have some close affection on some students? Because they are very time bound and they give importance to learning and they just work everything in time. And they are called good students. They are in the good books of the teachers. Similarly, this man also might have impressed with his behavior during his stay. Warden wanted to say this way.
Excellent, sir. Sir, what is the meaning of a retrieved reformation? Title of the lesson.
Well, retrieved refers to, that's actually, we need change in life. We need change in life. For any kind of change, we need some kind of transformation. Here, transformation is the main idea for retrieval. So when you are stuck with particular, mundane kind of lifestyle, mundane, MUNDAN, you don't have any progress. You don't know whether to go forward or else stay alive. Feeling so stuck. Here, his life also has been stuck with so many sins. What are the sins? Breaking the lockers in the banks. He needs some change, which has to begin with the transformation. That transformation actually, has fallen in his life and has begun when he has moved to a new place. And the reformation refers to a similar meaning, change in life and his attitude. He has been able to change his attitude, which he himself has done. That is called reformation. That is, he has chosen to be a different kind of person. There are two instances in this lesson to illustrate this title clearly. He happens to write a letter to his friend Billy. In the entire lesson, he mentions very sincerely 2 points. I would like to quit it. I am going to hand over the toolkit or the box which I have possessed. I quit this job. The previous Springfield job refers to burglaries 1 year ago. These are the indications of how this man has literally changed and he is ready to submit himself. And then retrieved reformation means it's a kind of rebirth in his life from sinnery to the purity from the biblical point of view or else in a religious perspective. One who does sins later with the association of good people. But what I can say, maybe because of Annabelle's presence, he might have thought life would be happy and colorful. In accordance with the expectations of her family, if he does not change himself, maybe he would be left alike, like alone. He has to lead his life without any identity. He might have thought that he would need some identity with Annabelle. So Annabelle's father is not an illiterate person; he's a banker, and he's a wealthy person. So that family expects the son-in-law being rather, academic and more formal in thinking, having good code of conduct. That could be one of the reasons why this particular change has taken place. All these incidents would throw light on the title, Retrieved Reformation.
Super, sir. Sir, why Jimmy Valentine decides to change his character from burglar to honest man?
Yeah, I have. It's only life teaches. What's your name?
Yamini.
Life teaches Yamini so many things. It offers both pleasures and pains. The change comes from pain, in fact. When we have a lot of food, we don't understand the value of food. When mummy, daddy work hard and give us money, we never understand because we don't see money and how hard it is. The warden asked him not to commit any burglaries, but after he came from the jail or prison, he went to different places, Richmond and Logansport, as well as
Jefferson.
the Jefferson City. At three places, then he could not get any change. But only when he came to Elmore, he thought the family and its kind of life and an independent business would be very, very important for him. So when you feel there is some necessity, automatically you will have to fit yourself in the necessity. That means in the requirement. As we say usually, necessity is the mother of invention. He has invented of himself, of a different type of himself. That's it. That's what we can say. So why do you say always super? Whether you understand or I don't know. But is it really super? Is it convincing to the question that you have asked? Is it convincing? Okay. Student who is watching this video, triple IT students are outsiders. Please do think once. You need to be very agile, and then you must be proactive to learn English. We have been doing this video in order to encourage all the student community who have come from Telugu medium background and who might still need some backup and support. Maybe this could be helpful for you to understand this lesson. And always we are ready to help you. Yamini, please go ahead.
Sir, what happened in the end of the lesson? Adam and Annabelle pardoned him, and they did not ask any question like how he opened it.
Oh, you mean from a family's point of view?
Yes.
There was a word called spell. So they became actually so alert, and when he tried to open that vault, they didn't question. In fact, in this, but readers would have this question. They are educated family, and they are very formal family. How did you know this, and why did you bring this toolkit? Such questions should have come. Basically, they were traumatized. You see, psychologically, Annabelle's sister, there is a word hysterical. She became literally insane because blood relationship is everything, dear friends. Everything, anything is only after that. When a daughter is at a higher risk of life and walked with no clue of whether she was alive or not, mother became traumatized along with mother's sister who is Annabelle, and father and all people. Because before that we have in the text, if you could follow, someone said can't be opened means that is useless to try to open that because we don't know anything about it. It's a newly installed technical, cascade, which is difficult for us. At that point of time, people would never question the strategy of saving someone, but they would only look at the end result. Here, they were convinced the end result was saving a girl's life. He could save it. Even after that, since the lesson is only confined to the disappearance of Jimmy Valentine after a brief talk with Ben Price, maybe after marriage, the bride would understand, but bridegroom Jimmy Valentine, or who has turned out to be Ralph Dispenser, was once upon a time, having this kind of life, previous life was this kind. Anything could be possible usually, but in the text we don't have any such doubts or suspicion.
I'm convincing your answers, sir. My friends also be convinced.
Okay, you are convinced.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. What are you studying?
PUC once.
Please, where are you from?
I'm from the Anakapalli district.
Okay. So, have you understood this lesson very well?
Yes, sir.